If you're a CEO or a founder or a sales or marketing leader of a workflow automation, a process automation SaaS or consulting firm, and you need to grow sustainably and you need to scale customer acquisition and revenue whilst achieving a fast CAC payback period. If you're wondering if there's a cheaper, more effective, better way than hiring your own internal team to achieve this, if you are highly skeptical of working with agencies, either because you have been burnt in the past, or you just don't think they're going to learn your business well enough to actually get results. And if you want to increase the daily activities that SDRs who are working on your business do by a minimum of 400x each day, then stick around because I'm going to walk you through that exact process that we deploy inside of our customer's business to do exactly that. So we refer to ourselves or call ourselves a customer acquisition and revenue growth partner. And we work exclusively with businesses that fall under this smart ops banner. And so that's Workflow Automation SaaS, process automation, RPA, AI agents, MSPs and AI ops, digital transformation consultants. So we'll come in, we'll add 3 to 4 additional high performance, low customer acquisition cost channels to your marketing mix that start to consistently generate high lifetime value opportunities very quickly. And you can do all of this without learning new skills, without making new hires, and without wasting time, energy, resources, hiring, upskilling, hiring, training internally, failing, spending on ads, wasting money, wasting resources, wasting time. It's a vicious circle. And so you can avoid all of that by working with us. And I think it's worth reiterating, but doing this with 100% personalized outreach on every single message, high deliverability infrastructure. So if you've ever had any problems with cold email deliverability, we fix all of that and set up a rock solid cold email deliverability infrastructure. And we commit and promise to deliver 400x more daily activities from SDRs working on your business. And so let's start with a couple of case studies. We've primarily worked with SaaS and consulting firms, and more recently we've niched down and focused down on the businesses that I just talked about. But all of our testimonials and our website and our case studies are all performance driven, all about increasing revenue, decreasing sales cycle length, and ultimately, revenue is the only metric and indicator that we measure our performance by. And so, who am I? I am a 20-year customer acquisition and brand marketer. 290K is the average increase in revenue driven for all of our customers. Scaled a SaaS company customer base and MRR to a 9-figure acquisition. Grew a startup from seed to $150 million valuation. This is when I was an employee, and built 2 agencies to 30K MRR. It's actually 45K at this point. And so we like to pitch ourselves and really distinguish ourselves to an agency, because there are some inherent flaws in the agency model, and we seek to counter all of those. And so we do have 100% success rate in growing our partners' businesses. We have worked for multinationals, and we've successfully adapted and grown over 4 years as other agencies have died by, as they really just focus on tactics, that tactics come and go. The proliferation of marketing stimulus in the marketplace means that consumers tire and don't respond to messaging and creative in the same way that they did quicker. And so being able to adapt and be responsive and be at the forefront of both technology and what's working has been critical to our success. And so agencies can't really do that in many instances because they have a short-term perspective, but we have a long-term perspective with our clients. And so here's some clients that we have worked with as employees, and here's some clients that we have, some businesses that we've booked meetings on behalf of our clients. And so I've already talked about what we term as smart ops. So there it is, again, if you want to have a quick look. But the value of focusing exclusively on smart ops is obviously the domain expertise that we absorb and learn in a shorter period of time is learnings that we can put back into our customers' businesses. And we can also share learnings across our customers' businesses. Because we are exclusively focused on what's working in this industry, you can imagine the amount of learning and the speed with which we can learn about the industry, about its audiences, about what's working, what's not, is so much faster than an agency that has their attention and their time spread across multiple different industries. And this is a really strong value proposition of working with us, right? So we really are 80 to 90% cheaper than if you were to hire internally. And so what I've got on the screen here, just the median salary within the US for a marketing director, a sales manager, a digital customer acquisition director, and then an SDR. And so we fulfill all of these roles, and we will typically bring on multiple SDRs to our partners' businesses. And so it really is a very real comparison to make because we save you a huge amount of money, and not to mention the time as well. We typically work with businesses between 5 to 10 to 500 employees, and businesses of this size can sometimes often find it very hard to find employees who have a track record of growing revenue, especially on the marketing side. And so that's where we come in and fill that gap. You don't need to compete with the likes of Facebook and Google to get employees because you're able to work who has a track record of getting results, who are professionals and absolute experts in the space in everything that we work on. Because we tirelessly dedicate ourselves to these marketing channels and we spend all day, every day on behalf of our own business and our clients' businesses learning, employing new tactics consistently day after day. And so when you are talking about working with agencies, again, I think it's important just to make the comparison. You typically have a full service agency, more like your agencies I used to work with, like Saatchi and Saatchi, that don't want to be held accountable for revenue growth. They do a bit of everything. And then you've got your performance-driven agencies who typically focus on one channel, maybe two. And so we're separate from those in terms of our offering in the sense that we're revenue focused, we're accountable to your revenue growth, and we also employ various different channels that we're really good at operating because you sort of think about them as growth layers, right? We sort of layer on one growth layer after another. That's when we really achieve exponential growth for our clients. So last point to sort of make about the comparison to agencies. Look, even since we started this 4 years ago, the competition has exponentially increased and it's made it so much harder to get results. And so you really need to have the mindset that you are going to you're going to be in it for the long haul, but you're also going to test and iterate obsessively. And really that's what we do. And most marketers and agencies out there won't do that. They're not incentivized to do that and they just don't have the desire. So what should you expect from working with us? Well, certainly increased revenue and profits within 3 to 4 months, a trusted full-time partner and an entire team who's working consistently on your business. Think of us as an extension of your business, and we're working tirelessly around the clock on your business. Applying a proven growth method to accumulate free cash flow without guesswork and wasting time and money. And so this is really important when you compare us versus hiring internally, because there is so much guesswork involved with hiring a new department or a new competency, oftentimes because you don't really know how to hire it well. And even so, there's no guarantee that they're going to work out. An employee does not come with a guarantee. And we work really, really hard on messaging. We're obsessive about it. And so we work on your positioning, how we can differentiate you in the marketplace. If you've got messaging that's working, that's fantastic. That's a great starting point. We'll absolutely leverage that. Obviously, what works today may not work in 6 months. So you've got a partner who will consistently iterate and find messaging and test constantly so that there's never a period where we don't have messaging in the marketplace which isn't working for a prolonged period of time. So you're also going to get a new system that finds and converts your dream clients into high paying customers. 15 plus qualified new business opportunities each month. I put a number in here, but honestly, that really depends on the size of your average deal size. It depends on the size of your TAM and a whole bunch of other things. But the first step of working together is actually developing your custom growth plan. And we will back into that number through some very logical thinking and analysis. And so that'll obviously be agreed before we partner and begin working with each other. New sales and marketing assets that enable you to close cold prospects. So we'll give your sales team sales assets that they can use. We'll train them how to use them throughout the sales process and remove some of that guesswork that comes with using sales assets. Insights and new ways of working from some of the best sales and marketing professionals that you can find anywhere. Will scale your business while reducing your dependency on you, freeing up time for yourself and other leaders to focus on priority tasks, and increase your enterprise value if you are looking to be acquired or you're looking to raise money, whatever the case may be. And so, what do we actually do for your business? We learn your business from the inside out. Again, that's a big differentiator from an agency where they may have an hour onboarding session. We take a lot of time to learn your business, and we're constantly learning your business throughout the course of our engagement as well. We understand your strengths, your team's weaknesses. We basically plug in those gaps where you are weak. We don't want to come in and just provide services for the sake of services. We really want to do that in areas where you most need help. Build a customized growth plan. And so I mentioned that just a moment ago. And so we will do this. And this is based on after we learn about your team, your revenue goals, your budget, your in-house expertise, and we'll get that signed off and agreed to before we actually begin work. And so the 4 typical growth pillars that form the basis of our service starts with positioning and offer. So establishing a differentiated positioning in the marketplace, crafting you a unique transformational offer that speaks to your distinct customer cohorts. And we bring this to life in our outbound messaging, ads, any sales assets that we produce. And so there's a consistent messaging throughout. Then we begin our prospecting and lead generation. And so we build you a scalable, systemized lead generation system across multiple different channels. So that includes cold email, LinkedIn, SDRs, ads, inbound content. So those are some of our most, commonly used channels that we have the most success with. Again, that will depend on where your core competencies are and where we see the opportunity. We'll do cold email deliverability. We'll absolutely fix any issues you're having with cold email deliverability, get you a minimum of 400x more daily activities by SDRs, and there's no additional charge for tech stack or software subscriptions or anything like that. On the sales enablement and development and sales process side, if needed, we'll coach a repeatable sales process that gets results so that you're not reliant on all-stars to get results. So you can actually hire cheaper salespeople because the process and the system is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. We'll build those sales and enablement assets out and teach your team how to integrate them into the sales process and help you schedule 15, 20 plus meetings per month. As I said before, it depends on your TAM, existence of case studies, marketing, message, market fit, whether that's ready to go to the marketplace or that needs some work. We'll always be very upfront and honest and have complete transparency about all of those things. Nurturing and customer marketing. And so obviously it's important to nurture those leads, those prospects that come into our funnel, and also upsell your customers with strategic marketing campaigns, timely marketing campaigns. And so if that sounds interesting to you, then I would urge you to book a call, chat with myself or one of our sales team. Couple of criteria: you need to be doing at least 1 million ARR. That's the bare minimum. A large TAM, so you don't specialize in working with one industry like we do, unless it's a really big industry like healthcare or shipping. There's plenty of opportunity in just those industries. And you have an MRR per client or customer of 1K for SaaS, and for a service-based business, if you're a digital transformation consultancy or workflow automation consultancy, at least 60 annual contract value. And you have great testimonials, or you know that you can get them. Go to cyberactive.com and we'll have a conversation and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I look forward to speaking with some of you.